Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric with Your Essential Practice. The shiner's from a bike accident. I promise I feel a lot better than I look. So welcome to your weekly rune reading. The sun's moving into Leo on the 22nd. Happy birthday, solar return, all you Leos out there. This ignites bold truth, radiant presence, heart-led expansion. It's time to stop hiding and start living in your light. Right away with this week in Mercury retrograde, starting on the 18th, our voice and purpose may feel tangled. We're called to speak with truth, not just in volume, but led with the heart, right? Not with the ego. That's where this rune reading will guide us. So the ancient symbols cut through the noise to reveal what's essential, to release, embody, and where you're called to rise. And for deeper connection, we've just started this HŌLD group. It's called the HŌLD. And there are bi-weekly gatherings, the first and third Sundays of each month, called the Path and Pulse. And those are on the first and third Sundays, again, at 3 p.m. in person and 7 p.m. online or Zoom, all Central Standard Time. So let's take a deep breath, tune in, and here's what the runes have to say. Welcome to your rune reading here, Virgo, and let's jump right on into your energetic past. Your energetic past rune here is in Tiwaz, the god Tyr's rune. This is the vector of victory, showing up for yourself in very committed work. So this is kind of like Libra energy, maybe influence from a Libra to help you balance yourself out, maybe. But this could also just mean martyr type energy. That also, so this is that more the downside of that rune is when we're showing up for ourselves and dedicated and thinking we're on that straight and narrow, we get those blinders and it kind of, the ego sneaks in so smoothly and likes to veer us off course. Now this vector of victory is a straight arrow. Now, when we're thinking we're on that straight arrow, that could lead us into martyrdom type of energies. So that's a lot like maybe just alienation, self-alienation, or just maybe making kind of a move or something like that. But regardless, you're in your energetic past, you've been called to show up for yourself, be dedicated, be in that sense of balance. Like I said, very Libra energy. This is like that innate sense of balance, fairness, judgment, right? Knowing who to stick up for, when and where and how, and maybe sticking up for yourself, or maybe just being a little hyper vigilant too much, or maybe aspects not enough. Again, taking what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is definitely something in your past that was needing to be contended with, or either that you're bringing into your energetic now, this beautiful dedication work into your now, right? And that can be transmuted or transformed into your faith. Right, showing up for yourself every day is an act of faith. So through this, we have the rune Algis. Algis is that built-in divine defense, divine protection. So in the martyrdom aspect, though, with this is the defense. Like, yep, that kind of happened, martyr. Okay, now I'm going to have to be like in a very grounded still. Remember, when these lines are going straight down in the runes, Virgo, that's very grounded energy. Okay, so still needing to remain very grounded, but very vigilant as well, divinely connected and protected with your built-in antlers, with your built-in divine connection, right? So this is also that with your showing up for yourself, that does reinforce your faith regardless. So negative or positive aspects to this, Virgo, are very good that you're winding up in Algis here. You're very grounded. You're embodying the elk, the majestic self that you are. This is great. Also, letting you know, Virgo, there's a lot of information in the description box below, more about the astrological alignments and the groups that I mentioned earlier in the video. So if you're not checking the description box below, you're missing a wealth of information. In your energetic future here, we have Wunjo. Wunjo is the clan flag of victory, success, joy, pleasure, bliss, all those showing up for like being dedicated together and celebrating it with your clan. This is showing up together. All that reaching back, helping each other up, and making sure everybody crosses that finish line, showing up in your dedicated work. This is beautiful stuff because it looks like you learned a lesson and started dedicating towards your faith and your direction. And looks like that is very promising to you in your energetic near future. What's the influence of the energetic now? Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so you are very much called to be like Isa. Isa's ice. This is stuck, frozen, rigid, repeating life lessons. So what if you're repeating a life lesson? We all do it occasionally. And now you can master this because you're like, okay, whoops, I slipped, and now I can do this. I can be firm like ice. I can galvanize myself and be in my steadfastness. This is like Augi's really reaching into that ground even more. And really, you're just being like really dedicated to your path here with like a hyper vigilance here. So that's like the type of influence kind of energy you are. So just, maybe even being like in a standstill or a pause, like a fallout, or even just a freeze type of moment where it's not now, but it's not then, and it's not coming up, it's just not now. So I'm kind of waiting. I'm in my faith by waiting and showing up for myself. So what's your advice for this now, Virgo? Your advice now is to balance your needs, constraints, limitations. What are your perceived wants versus your actual needs? Perceived limitations versus actual limitations. What stories are you telling yourself? Right? So when we balance these needs, constraints, limitations, we're going down this path and we balance this log that's crossing our path before we can continue on. Still very grounded energy, but yeah, there's things that still need to be addressed, to be balanced out. There always is, Virgo. But just because that's there doesn't mean you have to go back. Right? You can transmute that and stop. You learned your lesson there. But show up for this so you can celebrate each other and yourself, right? Your whole clan gets to be a part of this in the future. So balancing out your needs, constraints, limitations, Virgo, paramount right now. Okay? And again, if we don't, we just slip right back on the ice. Okay, let's see what we have for your energetic outcome. Very man, your message here is to be very grounding. My mouth is getting away from me. Remember when I said that when these lines go straight down in the runes, that's very grounding energy. Urus is your outcome rune. This is the rune of grounding. This is like your increased health. This is also that very much forward-moving momentum and an abundance that way, momentum energy. Like a downward hill momentum. Kind of was slow to start off, right, with a lot of what you've been working on. But it's gaining momentum and still very grounded the whole way through, like the ox is throughout its work. Very methodical, driven steps forward. Okay, so with that is also aspects of healing, what natural vitality means to you. So health concerns like grounding work, energetic balances, food, drink, people, things that we see, things that we touch, things that we feel, how we talk to ourselves. All of these things, right, are aspects that Uru calls for us to ground and gain that momentum and forward, because you get that beautiful celebration energy moving forward. So all of this is grounding. You're called to stay grounded through this all. Okay? Virgo, when you make a decision, don't second guess yourself, but just know that you need to remain grounded throughout all of this. All right, let me know in the comments below how this is all resonating here for you, Virgo. Very interesting rune reading here for you. You are one of the earth elements, so grounding energy is going to be paramount for you. A lot of cardinal signs I know are going to be having a lot of issues during this retrograde in Mercury as well. So let me know in the comments below how this resonates. Again, we're going to get a card of clarity from the Soul's Journey Oracle deck. These are messages straight from Divine, straight from Source, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. Now, Divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity does Virgo need to hear from you today. Thank you. Imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. Yes. It can be slow, it can be tedious, it can be boring sometimes, but you can definitely move forward and still be creative using your imagination, Virgo. That's beautiful stuff. I think this is a good rune reading here for you. Just a good all-around healing energy where you need to reconnect, reground, reinstill your faith, kind of almost hitting that reset button in a very healthy way so that you can celebrate that success moving forward. Let's read about that imagination card some more. Again, it says, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. By its very nature, the physical body is limited by 3 dimensions. But Virgo, in your mind, it is free to travel without boundaries and merge with the cosmic consciousness. So even when you're grounded, you can still do that. Your mind is a great creator, and your imagination is its toolbox. Everything in life begins with the energy of imagination. Thoughts are real, and they can manifest themselves in the physical world. Train your mind to see and to only have positive thoughts, and you will attract positivity into your life. Watch that self-talk. That's a way of grounding. If you can see it, you can be it. Visualize components that you want in your life and imbue those with love, and they will become your reality. Conversely, if your mind strays to negative thoughts, you'll only bring that energy to you. Be positive and loving. Imagination is creativity. Express yourself and let your imagination assist you in letting go of any creative blocks and allow your dreams to come true. Remember, you're not doing this for other people. It's your soul opening up and singing its own unique song, Virgo. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.